Hello, everybody. Good evening. Very strange effect there. We have a very grey picture. Don't know what's happening there. Okay, well, let's just see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So, how is everybody? Good to see you. Been a while. It's been quite a long time, actually. Straight away, I think I have a cat with me. Footage is looking a bit grainy. Not quite sure why. Hi, Katerina. How are you? Well, how the devil is everybody? It's been September. 4 months. 4 months. Well, short of 10 days. The last time I did one of these was the 16th of August. So now it's the 6th of December. So in 10 days' time, it would have been 4 months. There's a cat down here you can't see. Is it time for a song? What do you think? So, hang on. What's going on here? I'm just getting a message through. Sorry about this. This is from my friend in Finland. There's a cat. There you go. A cat. I'll tell you what. Let me tell you a few bits. You had cataract. A cataract. Oh my God, that's. I just think anything to do with the eyes. Yeah, so the footage is grainy. I don't know why. Here's the guitar. That was an out of tune D chord. It wasn't actually a D chord. I played the wrong strings, but there you go. Come on. Oh. I haven't really been playing this guitar much because I've not been playing live. And last time I did a live gig was in September, I think. So I haven't played a live gig for ages. All right, Sylvia, how are you? What shall I do? I know. I've got a set list here, which quite often I forget to use. So there is a set list here. So I probably won't stick to it, but here we go. This one is going to be, this track is being released this month in December. Yeah, we're in December now. Yeah, it's going to be released. It's going to be the first track off my album. It's going to be on a compilation called What Color Is Sound. And it was finished and it's ready to go. I've got 3 or 4 different releases coming out this month. 2 as me, 1 as Country Joe, and 1 with a poem of Agata's where I'm playing guitar. This one, I'm going to dedicate this one to Katerina because she likes this song. As I said, it's the first song that's finished from my album. It's actually going to be, I think it might actually be the first song on the album now. It wasn't even meant to be on the album. I don't know if any of you, if you didn't know this, I'm just going to tell you anyway. In July, I did something I very rarely do. I sat down with a guitar and I'm going to write a new song. I very rarely do that. Songs usually just come to me. I very, very rarely write songs, sit down to write them. And anyway, so I'm sitting there, I'm playing a guitar, and I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. So I'm like, okay, I came up with a melody, and then I'm kind of like, in the morning, so I'm like, okay, I got the title, and I'm still working. And then Agata walks in and says, "What's this?" And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "That song you're playing, is this one of yours?" And I said, "Well, it's going to be. I'm writing it now. And she's like, have you got any words for it? I went, not really. I said, I've got the melody and I've got the title. It's going to be called In the Morning, and that's the melody. And I've kind of got the music. She's like, let me try and write some words. So about half an hour later, she comes back, set of lyrics. And I'm like, I take them and I start playing and I start singing. There's one of the cats. I start, since it's Oreo, I start singing. And then I was going to record it for this compilation album that's coming out. And my producer, Catherine's like, Dave, this has got to be on the album. I was like, really? She went, yeah, it's definitely. So now it's on the album. And now I'm actually thinking of making it the first song. So maybe I should just shut up and play the damn thing. It goes like this. In fact, I don't normally play it on this guitar. I normally play it on the other one. This one. Tell you what, I'll play it on the guitar I normally play it on. That guitar is for other things. Here we go. This is the guitar. I was actually thinking about it, the various guitars that I've written the songs on. And this guitar now is the one that I've written all my songs on since I got this guitar, which I was trying to remember when I got the guitar. But anyway, this is In the Morning. Yesterday slowly fades away, and I'm trying not to forget all my regrets. Your voice still in my head, that you forget the day we met, and I'm trying to remember what I said and why you left. The glass half full, I always say, it's empty now, like my heart. And I'm chasing yesterday in the morning of every day. The glass half empty, I always say, it's empty now, like my soul. And I'm chasing yesterday in the morning of every day. Oh, every day. Oh, every night. At the beginning of every night, fails into every nook pale moonlight. We both laugh and your smile is in my mind. At the end of every day, I drink to my regrets, and I'm trying to make the glass half full once again. The glass half full, you always said, it's empty now, like my heart. And I'm chasing yesterday in the morning of every day. The glass half empty, I always said, it's empty now, like my soul. And I'm chasing yesterday in the morning of every day. Oh, every day. Oh, every night. At the beginning of every night, fade away in the moonlight, and I'm chasing yesterday in the morning of every day. There you go. That's In the Morning. I decided to play it on that guitar because that's a guitar I'm used to, even though now I've been playing that earlier. It sounds weird on that, but that's the song, that's the guitar it was written on. And it's going to be on the first album. Oh, it's recorded, Sylvia. It's already recorded. It's finished. It's actually going to be out on, well, at some point this month. I don't know. I can't remember when it's coming out. It's sometime in December. I think I'm about to get licked. Now I'm not quite sure if that's what you can see my cheekbones. Maybe you can see all my wrinkles. There you go. Right. Is that better? Thank you. So yeah, that's coming out in December. It will be on the album. The album's coming out, I don't know when, because it's still got to be finished, and you know there's all this stuff going on. And so yeah, that'll be, anyway, In the Morning will be with us this month at some point. I'm not quite sure when, but it will be. Actually, Sylvia, if you're tuned into my radio show on Wednesday, I have the recording. I did actually play it a couple of weeks ago. Maybe I can play it again. This song I'm about to play. This was originally going to be the first song on the album, and this one's about my father, who's no longer with us. And I actually wrote a song about him when he passed away 16 years ago, and it was kind of ambitious, but it didn't kind of work. And then I came up with this song. I was round at my friend's house, and I just picked up a guitar, and literally the words came out as they are in the amount of time that they came out. So this song was written, the words were written in the time it took me to write the words out as I was playing them. So this one is called Just Because You're Gone Doesn't Mean I Don't Love You. And there's actually a video of it on this YouTube channel on the playlist. You'll see it. This one's called Just Because You're Gone. And one thing I always forget to do is swap tunas. Tuna. I'm not talking about a tuna fish. I'm talking about a tuna. And I'll just check. But yeah, this was originally meant to be the first song on the album. And it's actually got some interesting lead parts that I put down a few months ago with my Telecaster. So it's now got some electric guitar on it. And it goes like this. Like this. The story's in the words. Just because you're gone, it doesn't mean I don't love you. Just because you're not there, it doesn't mean that I don't care. The rooms you once inhabited were filled with your life, plunged into darkness as you stepped outside. Just because you're gone, it doesn't mean I don't love you. Just because you're not there, it doesn't mean that I don't care. Because I do. Because I do. Because I do. I still miss you. last time I kissed you. It lingers on in my memory still. The years that you were there, the best years of my life. You were always so supportive throughout the trouble and the strife. Just because you're gone, it doesn't mean I don't love you. Just because you're not there, it doesn't mean that I don't care. Because I do. Because I do. Because I do. You never judged, you were always there for me. Now many years have passed, and I've not forgotten to see. Your memory still burns deep down inside of me. And that's the way it will always be. Just because you're gone, it doesn't mean I don't love you. Just because you're not there, it doesn't mean that I don't care. Because I do. Because I do. Because I do. Because I do. That's dedicated to my father. And whenever I play it live, I say to anyone's lost anyone, that's goes out to them. Katerina, so In the Mornings is a favourite song of mine. Cool. Well, I'm glad you've got one. It'd be terrible if you hated them all. Sorry, I'm just checking on Facebook to see. There were some people trying to. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm going to play. I think tonight I'm going to debut my song because since I last did a gig, a really Tame the Shrew. Who's Tame the Shrew? Since this, I last did one of these. A good friend of mine passed away, Dave Kusworth, and it really knocked me for six. Now, even though me and Dave had our ups and downs, and we used to be very close, then we had a bit of a fallout. It happens. But I'm glad to say we did sort things out before he passed away. But it still affected me very badly, and I've written a song for him or about him, and I'll play it later, I reckon. I'm still working on it, but why not? Tame the Shrew. Who's that? Who is that? This next one, it's on the record, it's going to feature Michael Plater, who is the guy who was doing the What Colour Is Sound compilation that In the Morning is going to be on. He plays electric guitar on it, and his guitar that he does on it, I say, imagine Syd Barrett round about the time of Jug Band Blues. From if anyone knows Syd Barrett, Pink Floyd, you know what I'm talking about. And the guitar is like a total maelstrom of noise in a good way. And we played it together. Hi, Gary. Hi, how are you? This one is called The Howling Wind. And it's for those, if any of you have traveled down those dark valleys in life when things are not so good, you know what I'm talking about. You'd have heard The Howling Wind. It goes like this. Sometime after the Festival of Goodwill, I first began to feel that deadly chill. It crept up deep down inside my bones and made itself feel right at home. day is over, another one is about to begin. Yesterday has been and washed away all its sins, and the new year has only just begun. It slaps you round the face like the steel of a deadly gun. It's the howling wind, it's coming within. It's the howling wind, it always wins. If you listen carefully, you can hear the howling wind. It comes from way down deep within your soul, from down within. And all that misery, when it rises to the top, just remember that it very rarely stops. If you listen carefully, you can hear it out there, blasting around in the cold night air. You can hear it howling around the trees outside. And if you listen carefully, you might just get hypnotized. It's the howling wind, it's coming within. It's the howling wind, it always wins. Robert Johnson heard it, so did Kurt Cobain. Nick Drake and Churchill, they gave it the same name. They heard its screams of tormented pain. They heard it over and over again. It's right behind you, weaving down your neck. Can you feel its hot, putrid breath? It's the howling wind, it's coming within. It's the howling wind, it always wins. It's the howling wind, it comes within. It's the howling wind, it always wins. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear? Thank you. That's on the album as well. In fact, everything I've played so far is on the album. If any of you have been to my SoundCloud page, that song's on there. The other two weren't. But the next song I'm going to play, let's just see at the cut. Hey, two people from Finland. Yeah. So we've got America, Finland, Ireland. Yay. Cool. That's good. Do you know what? I'd like to go to all of them again. I was in America last year. Finland was 9 years ago. And Dublin, the last time I was in Dublin was 2000. 9 years ago as well. My God, the last time I played in Dublin, oh my goodness me. Oh, that was a hefty one. It was a crazy, crazy night. We were playing in Dublin with these bands, friends of ours. And I remember there's a story about this. It's quite mad. We were sound check was supposed to be 7. So me and the drummer are standing in the venue. Where is everybody else? We're waiting. We're like, where is everybody? Where is everybody? And then me and the drummer are like, oh, fuck this. Let's just go. So we went. And I have to say there was some drinking going on. And apparently, just after we left, the singer and bass player walked in and they were like, where are they? Where are they? And they gave up and walked off. Now, pub across the road, every time you bought a beer, they were giving you one free. So you can imagine that things could get a bit messy. So anyway, we were drinking. And at some point later in the evening, I'm sort of standing there like, with the drummer. And then we suddenly noticed the singer. And there's the bass player. But in our minds, it's like, okay, sound check. It's sound check time. We're thinking it's still like 7 o'clock, 7:30. So we get up on stage and we sound check. And it sounds brilliant. It sounds fantastic. So we come off the stage. Everyone's like, why are you getting off the stage? We're like, sound checking. They're like, what do you mean? The gig? It's like, it's 11 o'clock. The gig started like 2 or 3 hours ago. And we're like, oh, we'd actually got up in between bands playing and sound checked when they were changing over. And we hadn't noticed. And then we go, and I was thinking at this point, I'm thinking we sounded good. Maybe I said, can we play now? And they're like, no, you're not on for another 2 hours. I'm like, oh shit. Because by the time we went on, don't buy pints and get free pints when you're playing in Dublin. It doesn't end well. This next song is on the album. It's also on my SoundCloud page, but it's called My Heart Is Like a Graveyard on there. Now, this song was written, to be honest, I can't remember when I wrote it, but I was playing it the other day, and it's kind of, because it's a song about nostalgia. It's about looking back at happier days. But the last verse in particular is kind of taking on a new meaning after what's been going on this year with coronavirus and everything being shut and stuff. It's called The Way Things Used to Be, but it's not written about coronavirus. It was written before, but it kind of resonates. And it goes like this. By the way, when I play live, which I kind of am now, I always tell people, you know, this is a slow one. So if you need to go and take a pee or get a drink, you know, go and do it now. Come back. I'll still be playing the song. Here we go. It's called The Way Things Used to Be, and it goes like this. My heart is like a graveyard of memories, looking back on happier times and the way things they used to be. Once there was love and laughter, sunshine forever, blue skies. Now there's nothing left now, except the tears falling from my eyes. There's nothing left now of the way things used to be. My heart is like a graveyard of memories of the way things used to be, of the way things used to be. Now it's all over and everyone has gone away. There was a time before it lasted forever and a day. But now we're all older. We know that things, well, they just ain't built to last. Try as I might, I'm still a prisoner to my past. There's nothing left now of the way things used to be. My heart is like a graveyard of memories of the way things used to be. Of the way things used to be. As I look around this town now, everything I once knew seems to disappear. I recognize less and less with each passing year. And as my memories of this town disappear into the mist of time, won't you tell me your story? I just told you mine. There's nothing left now of the way things used to be. My heart is like a graveyard of memories of the way things used to be. Of the way things used to be. There you go. What's this here? Hello, GR, you're here. Did you miss much? That was the 4th song. So I've been rabbiting and I only did 4 songs. Tea. I'm still off the booze, by the way. If I can manage it for another, I worked out earlier, 23 days, it'll be a year. I haven't had alcohol for a year. Not for any particular reason other than I just fancied seeing how long I could go without drinking. And quite a long time by the look of it. Right, so I have written a set list down here, but I can and probably will deviate from it. And if there's any songs that you know that I do that you like, just put it in the comments and I'll see if I can do it. I am going to attempt. There's a song I do by Jesse Malin. It's going to be quite tough because it's hard to sing. It's easy to play, but it's really hard to sing. Little devil that he is. In the meantime, actually talking about Jesse, which I do quite a lot to anybody, every Thursday, 7 o'clock New York time, midnight here, he has a live stream from the Bowery Electric. Him and his band, they play live. And he's been doing it since April, and I've been watching it since April, and it's fantastic. I really, 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 really enjoy it. And also, as well as watching Jesse and the band play, which I love, he's also has loads of great artists on that are fantastic. He's had like Felice Rossa from Faith New York City. He's had Willie Nile, which I already knew about. I know Willie, and I know his bass player Johnny Paisano, who used to play with Jesse. Who else? Hennessy, they were great. Don DeLago, he's great. Who else do they have? Oh God. Oh, Catherine Popper, who used to play the bass in Jesse's band. She's great. And then a couple of weeks ago, this guy. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. James Maddock. He came on the show, and what happens is they usually do a cover and then one of their own, and Jesse's band plays. So I got in contact with James because I just loved. There's a song called "Waiting on My Girl," fantastic. I got in contact with James, and he sent me these. I've now got 3 albums of his, and I cannot wait. This one, I've been listening to this one. It's the latest one. It's called "No Time to Cry." No Time to Cry. Check him out. It is really, 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 really good. So that's that. Another thing I've been listening to a lot, the new Medieval Babes album, Prayers to the Rosary. This is Catherine Blake's album, her band. They did a live stream on Friday. It was fantastic. This is the new album. Came out on Friday. Check it out. Prayers to the Rosary, Medieval Babes. Really, really good. And Catherine's actually producing my album as well. So, what else? Or shall I just get on and play something? Yeah, what I'm going to do. This one. Right. When I'm playing in venues, this song, I say to everybody out there, listen, I go, is anyone out there, does anyone out there do drugs? And normally when I say that, everybody's like this, looking at the floor, looking over there, looking anywhere than at me. And they're all like, no, not me. No, don't do anything. And I'm like, guys, I didn't mean, are you on drugs now? I meant, do you do drugs? And then all of a sudden, everyone's like, yeah, me. And I'm going, good, got you. By the way, I'm an undercover narc. You're nicked. This song's about drugs. True story. Unfortunately, it's a true story. I used to be in a band many years ago, and 2 people in the band were heroin addicts. And funnily enough, they were never strung out at the same time. It was always one was clean, one was strung out. Then that one was strung out, that one was clean. Anyway, to cut a long story short, one day one of them decided to choose heroin over everything else, which, anyone who's familiar with heroin addiction, that's not exactly surprising. But I stupidly when I got involved with the band, had said, I don't mind what you do off stage, as long as you don't bring it into the rehearsal room, the stage, or the recording studio. I don't care what you do. And of course that, he's like, oh no, I won't do it. But of course, everybody knows what happened. This song is called Was It Really Worth It? And it goes like this. Woo! Are you going to see a man tonight out in this winter cold? Don't forget to take your heart with you. I know he's already got your soul. The boy kicked out of the world, and the world kicked back. The boy kicked out of the drugs, and the drugs kicked back a lot fucking harder. Was it really worth it? Was it really worth it? Was it really worth it? Now you're in ever deeper. You gotta maintain every day. Now you gotta go see the man to keep the itchy blood away. The boy thought he'd lost the world, but it welcomed him back. The boy thought he'd kicked the drugs, but then the motherfuckers came back. And was it really worth it? 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 Now you've lost all your friends and family, everyone that kept you from harm. You sold everything you ever owned to keep that needle in your arm. Now it's too late for you, my unlucky little thing, as your life reaches its logical end. And I just have to come up and ask and go, was it really worth it? 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 Ooh, 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 ooh. The answer is no. Other stuff I've been listening to. Might as well get it in while I'm there. This song, unfortunately, comes under artists that I get to know about. Justin Townes Earl. He was actually, when I first heard his name, I thought it was something to do with Townes Van Zandt, as in his son, because Townes Van Zandt called JT. So I thought it was that. But it turns out this is actually Steve Earle's son. And this was his last album, The Saint of Lost Causes. Sadly, he passed away this year. He's only 38, but this is a great album. This is the only one I've got so far, but it's really, really good. I've been playing it on my radio show. So tune in and listen to this. I always show this. Actually, no, I'll show that later. This is a great album. This is Nick Marsh, the late Nick Marsh, his last ever album. It's called Waltzing Bones. Nick sadly passed away from cancer 5 years ago, and his partner Catherine finished off the album, and it was released earlier this year. Beautiful album. It's called Waltzing Bones. You can only get it from Bandcamp, Nick Marsh's Bandcamp. Again, you can hear this on my radio show. Great album. Which actually, this next song is on the album. That last one, it was called Was It Really Worth It? That's on the album as well. This one is on the album. I wrote this song 5 years ago, I think it was. I had a friend whose wife had died of cancer, and he was it was the second anniversary of her death. We were out somewhere and he was in so much pain. And you're sitting there, and he's a really good guy. I love him. And just nothing you can do. There's absolutely nothing you can say is going to make him feel better. Nothing you can do is going to make him feel better. You know, the guy is in hell. And I was like, what can I do? Because he's a lovely guy and I hate to see him in pain. And then I just went, I'm going to write a song. I don't know why I decided that I'm going to write a song. And I started writing this song. We were actually on tour in France as I was putting this song together. And I actually performed it. The first time I ever performed it live, I believe I was in France, because I was on tour with my old band, the Healthy Junkies. And there was three of us. There was the Healthy Junkies, Bubblegum Screw and Jelly, all three bands from London, all friends of each other. And we were on tour, so we were playing on the same bills. And it was like being on holiday with your mates, playing gigs every night. But there was also some acoustic gigs thrown in. So I was playing acoustic gigs as well. So I was playing the bass in the Healthy Junkies acoustically, and Bubblegum Screw. After a couple of dates, I got up and played guitar on one of their songs every night. So I ended up playing more gigs than anyone else on the tour, because I was playing three times as much as everybody else. But it was good fun. It was great fun. And this song, I was working on this song. It was actually the singer of Jelly who suggested, because I was like, I don't know whether to sing it like this or whether to sing it like this. And he said, well, why don't you sing the low parts there and the high parts there? And then it contrasts. And I'm like, yeah, cool. So Stevie Bray, lovely man. So this song is called Marianne. And as I said, it's the name of my friend's wife who passed away. And when I first wrote it, I played it to him. And I was like, if you don't like it, I will scrap it. I will never do anything with it. And I was thinking, please don't, please like it, because I really like the song. And fortunately, he liked it. And this is how it goes. Something like this. You were together so many years, lots of love, lots of laughter, maybe just a few tears. But you were together till the very end, not just partners in love, but each other's best friend. Oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne. And your love will keep you together forever and a day. And your memories will burn bright inside till the end of time. Oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne. And then you had to go away. I know he thinks about you each and every day, and he carries you now in his heart and memories, and it's the way it will always be. Oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne. And your love will keep you together forever and a day. And your memories will run right inside to the end of the time. Oh, Marianne, 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 oh, Marianne. And I dedicate that to Marianne and also to Nick Marsh as well. Thank you, Sylvia. Gary, I'll see you. Send me your new stuff. I'll play them on my show on Wednesday. Anyone who's tuned in who's got music, send it to me. I'll play it on my show. But Gary, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you soon. Do take care. So that was Marianne. While I was playing that, because I was saying I lost a friend of mine earlier this year, Dave Kusworth, and while I was playing that, I was thinking of him, So I'm probably going to deviate. Well, not probably. I am going to deviate from the set list because I'm now going to play one of Dave's songs. So I just need to write it here so that when I put the track listing on later, I realize what I've done. I realize what I've done. That makes it sound really bad. Dave would understand. He'd understand. So anyway, yeah, sadly, we lost Dave earlier this year, and it was a shock. I mean, although you may, I don't know, it was just a shock. It was a shock. I thought about him a lot. I miss him a lot. The thought that I mean, he was one of the, oh my God, Dave wrote beautiful songs. Check out anything by Dave Kusworth. So it's Kusworth, Dave Kusworth. He also did Jacobites with Nicky Sudden, Roversphere's Velvet Basement, one of the best albums of all time. This is absolutely one of my top 5 favorite albums ever. It's brilliant. I love it. So yeah, I'm going to do one of Dave's songs. Well, he wrote it with Nicky. I remember once I was supporting Dave at a gig somewhere, and I played this song. I was supporting him, and I played it. He's like, "You're a cheeky fucker." Play one of his best known songs at his gig, supporting him. But he knows how much I love that song. I still do love it. This is Silver Street, and it goes like this. Down to Silver Street, Victoria Oasis in the afternoon, at the place we always used to meet. And the girls there are dressed in powder blue. They're always crawling through my hair. And Jody, she's as pretty as her mother used to be, with her dark lantern stare. You just don't know. You just don't know. That velvet jacket and hair of antique lace. She came down to Silver Street. Kisses like the rings of the purest uncut gold. I couldn't help but see her face. And the girl with the leather in her shoes, she's always crawling through my hair. And Jody, she's pretty as a mother used to be, as pretty as a mother used to be. You just don't know. You just don't know. This is where the guitar solo is. You just don't know. You just don't know. I've moved down from the Bible Belt and down to Silver Street. I couldn't help but cry just to see her there, at the place we always used to meet. And resting for the blue. They're always crawling through my hair. And Jody, she's as pretty as a mother used to be. As pretty as a mother used to be. As pretty as we used to be. As pretty as we used to be. As pretty as you and me. Rest in peace, Dave. As I said, I will miss him forever. I just love his music so much. And I'm deviating again from the set list because I'm going to play the song that I've written for Dave now. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to play the song. This is one I wrote for Dave. It might change before it's completely finished, but you know, I've been playing it a while at home. I've told people about it, so now's the time to ruin it. I mean, what I've tried to do with it, I've tried to capture Dave's essence. So I've written the music so it's kind of like Dave's songs, so it's Dave's style. And the opening lines of the title of one of Dave's songs, it's just a tribute to someone who I will miss so much. It's called So Many Hearts, and it goes a bit like this. Or we actually, doesn't matter even if I mess it up, you won't know because you've never heard it before. That's my get out clause. So it goes like this. Hearts are like flowers, you always used to say. What a fresh bunch of roses for a wife on her wedding day. You believe in love is what you always used to say. And now that you're gone, I miss you each and every day. Because you touch so many hearts, you touch so many hearts, you touch so many hearts with your heart, with your heart, with your heart. Hearts are like flowers, you always used to sing. Were they fading away in the twilight, tattered, torn and wavering? And now you had to leave us, you had to go away. Now that's all that's left is some memories. Your music is your legacy. 'Cause you touch so many hearts. Yeah, you touch so many hearts. Yeah, you touch so many hearts with your heart. With your heart. Your heart. With your heart. Because you touch so many hearts. Yeah, you touch so many hearts. Yeah, you touch so many hearts with your heart. With your heart. With your heart. With your heart. That's the first time it's ever been performed live. That's for Dave Kusworth. Rest in peace. Need to take a moment. I guess I will be recording that at some point. I don't know when, but I will. I think I should head back to the... Should I head back to the set list? Gary, GR, are you still out there? Are you still out there, Gary? Are you still there? Thanks, Katerina. I mean, obviously, you knew Dave as well. So it's just something I felt I had to write for him. But yeah, Gary, are you still out there? Someone let Gary know if he's there. So shall I do this? No, actually, no. I'm going to go back to the set list. Now, this song was originally... I wrote this. This song is about the pandemic. This is... oh, yes, he's still there. Okay. I'm going to play this song, and then I'm going to come to one. So this song was written about the pandemic. The music dates from a long time ago. I wrote this song with a friend of mine. They were completely different lyrics. But this song is written about the pandemic. And it's basically my take. I was looking around. This was written at the beginning of the pandemic. And I'm like, something's not adding up here. This one's called The Writings on the Wall. It goes like this. So this is a new one as well. Hang on a minute. Just been joined by a cat. Start again. The Writings on the Wall. It's funny how things can change so much over the course of just one day. An entire way of life just brutally stripped away. But I have just one question that I want to ask. You see, why is it you're telling us that everything's changed forever? Could you please explain that one to me? Because the writing's on the wall. 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 What is it that you're not saying? Could you please tell me what this is all about? 'Cause none of this makes any sense to me. It doesn't add up, and I have my doubts. It seems you can fool most of the people pretty much all of the time, but you're gonna have to try a little bit harder if you think that you can change my mind. Because the writing's on the wall. 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 Cause fear and confusion, spread panic all around. Get people where you want them, easier to control. Cause the problem, suffer the reaction of the person what you take home. Advance your own agenda, assume total control. Because the writing's on the wall. 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 So that's my view on all of that. Now, I'm looking down here. This one goes out to Gary. Mr. Robertson, this is for you. Gary has a band that he likes very, very much. And it was actually, I think it's because of him I know about them. And they're a great band. Was it the band that are too small to even be a cult band? But that's not true. I think they're a cult band. They are, of course, the NoMen from Scotland. And they've got a new album coming out. Gary, you're going to have to tell me the details because it's with Phone Sportsman, who was originally to do with the Swell Maps with Nicky Sudden. But yeah, so I've been playing them on my radio show. I think they're great. I love what they do. I think they've got a new album coming. They have an album that comes out on Christmas Day or New Year's Day. They have a tradition. Gary's an honorary NoMen. I would love to be an honorary NoMen. But this is one of their songs. This is for you, Gary. It's called It Wasn't the K Park. I have been to Tokyo. I watched the city streets, and I have been to old New York. I saw the factory, and it was very nice, but it wasn't the K-Park. Wasn't the old new farm. And I touched down in Iceland for a little while, and I saw Dublin's river once for 5 minutes. But it wasn't the K-Park. No, it wasn't the old new farm. Been to Amsterdam to see Anne Frank's house, and I've been to Berlin to dance to techno house. But it wasn't the OK Park, especially after dark. It wasn't the K Park. It wasn't the K Park. There you go, Gary. That was specially for you. Bad Reputation is a good place to start. That's the name of the album. I like people that come up with great album titles. So I'm just changing the set list. By the way, I've just been joined. This is my oldest. This is Keris. Yeah, she's just come. Hello, boo boo. Yeah. Look. No, other way. Look. Camera. No, look. There. Yeah, there. There you go. That's Keris. They always make an appearance. What should I do now? I'm looking at the set list. I have loads more than I'm actually going to play. What do you reckon I should do? Someone asked me to do Sometimes. I'm not quite sure who it was. Who asked me to play the song Sometimes? Because that's what's next on this list. What do you think? Sometimes? Shall I just do it and then it's done? Yes, why not? This is called... Sylvia. It might have been you. Well, now we're going to say it was you. This is Sometimes. This is a rare thing from me. It's a positive love song. You don't get them from me very often. But this is called Sometimes. And originally I wrote the music for this from one of my old bands a very long time ago. And I'd actually forgotten about it. And then I was clearing stuff out and I came across a cassette. That's how old it was, with this song on it. And but what I've done is completely written a whole new set of lyrics. And this song has thinking about this, the main story about this song was the band I was in at the time. We were signed to this big management company, and basically we were writing songs. They wanted us to write some new songs, and then they were sending them to a certain gentleman to vet, to help us develop our songwriting. And that man who was doing the songwriting with us was a gentleman by the name of Bernie Taupin. And it's quite funny because Jesse Malin has a song called Chemical Heart. And in the song, it's like, I don't want to be your Bernie Taupin. And whenever I hear that song, that line reminds me of the time that my band was working with Bernie Taupin. And this song, I got an email from Bernie Taupin about this song. And he basically said, it's perfect as it is. It doesn't need anything done to it. I'm like, okay, I can live with that. So this is called Sometimes. This is for Sylvia. It goes like this. La da da da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da. I've been walking it off for far too to my life door. Love, life, and happiness made it a home. Just let that love into your life. Sometimes you just gotta let it flow. Don't let fear and doubt get in the way. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. Let it go. Sometimes a young man's life is a very long time, girl, gone in the blink of an eye. But they say that love springs eternal, yeah, if you look deep inside. Just let that love into your life. Sometimes you just gotta let it flow. Don't let fear and doubt get in the way. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. Let it go. Sometimes let love flow. Sometimes just let that love into your life. Sometimes you just gotta let it flow. Don't let fear and doubt get in the way. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. Let it go. Sometimes let love flow. Sometimes do you know the thing that makes, I was thinking about it while I was playing then, vocally, some of the way I sing in that, I take it from Andrew Wood from Mother Love Bone. I know you might not hear it, but in my mind I hear it. Go with me, go with me. And also the line in that song where it says, a young man's life is a very long time, girl, gone in the blink of an eye. I was having a conversation with a really good friend of mine called Oliver Shaw. People who listen to my radio show will know who Ollie is. And Ollie's a great singer-songwriter from London, a fabulous talent. I love what he does. I should have him on my show again. And we were having a conversation in the summer during lockdown, and we were talking about people we knew that were younger than us. And Ollie's going, well, a young man's life is a very long time. What he was basically saying was, when you're young, you think that, you've been around for a long time, and you haven't. And I thought that's a great line for a song, so I nicked it. So yeah, that was, thanks, Ollie. The line, a young man's life is a very long time, gone in a blink of an eye, because when you're young, you think everything's going to last forever. All of a sudden, 30 years later, shit, where did that go? That's what that line's about. Now, what shall I do? That one was sometimes. I've done so many hearts. So hang on, let me just, how many of songs have I done? 1, 2, 10, 11. I've done 11. No, yeah, 11. I'm going to go New York on you. So last year, I went to New York and I played my debut shows in New York at the Bowery Electric, funnily enough. Was my first ever gig in New York was at the Bowery Electric last year. And I opened up the set with this song. Now, this song, I originally wrote this in, I think it was 2013. Basically, there was a storm that hit New York in late 2012. It was called Hurricane Sandy, and it was the worst storm that had hit New York. It really messed New York up, and I have a lot of friends in New York, and it really screwed a lot of things up. So me and my friend Brian, we were sitting, and he was like, we need to write a song for New York, to sort of help the people of New York, because Brian was like that. He would see something and go, we should write a song about this. In fact, he's the reason that I actually play doing my thing myself now, because I never used to think, I wouldn't sing. I would play guitar and play in bands, but I would never just sing my own songs, and he encouraged me to do it. So it's his fault, blame him. And yeah, so he wrote this song called Be Strong Girl that was kind of like, be strong girl. Da, 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 da. He's a great songwriter. And I was writing this song, a different song, but both of us were writing a song for New York. And I wrote the words in this song are images that I was watching on live stream camera as Hurricane Sandy hit New York. So the events that are in the song is actually what I saw, to real events that happened as Hurricane Sandy hit New York. And yeah, so when I was in New York last year, I played this song. This is the first song. And I was like, this is my song for New York. I've waited so many years to do this, but I'm going to play this song. I'm in New York. This is my song for the people of New York. And it's a slow song. Normally, I would never open a set with a slow song, but I just did. And then after that, I'm going to go straight into another song. These two are on the album as well, by the way. Sometimes Isn't. That's going to be on the second album, but these next two songs are on the album. This is called The Night Sandy Came to Town, and it goes like this. Actually, there's another live video on this YouTube channel. There's a playlist, you'll see it, but it goes like this. Tonight it's cold in New York City. Those famous lights have gone out downtown. East Village is underwater. What's happening to this old town? The night that Sandy came to town. The night that Sandy came to town. Breezy Point is burning. Rockaway Beach Broadwalk been washed away. Howard Beach is underwater. What would old Blue Eyes have to say about the night that Sandy came to town? The night that Sandy came to town. Times Square is empty and windswept. There's no one out tonight in this town. Over on Staten, There's no electricity. All power is down. The night that Sandy came to town. The night that Sandy came to town. Imagine New York Harbor, quiet, cold, foggy, desolate. For the first time in its history, the famous New York subway is under the sea. Well, I don't know about you, but I take my hope from that statue out in the bay, welcoming everyone in. And I know that this old town will win, because the night that Sandy came to town, the night that Sandy came to town. Let's get out of here. Let's go. This is another song. It's a song called Walkin Away. Which goes out to some friends of mine in New York, Aaron and Malin. I walked onto the station platform. I saw you standing there. I called out after you, but you just weren't there. Just walking away. Just walking away. Just walking away. You're just walking away. Walking down the streets of New York City. On the corner of 7th Marks and 2nd, he saw her standing there. But when he got to the Gem Spot ice cream stall, she was no longer there. Just walking away. Just walking away. Just walking away. Just walking away. It's always weird to play that at the end, because on the album there's obviously guitars playing and then I go into that solo, but when I'm doing it by myself I have to try and do it. It was called Walking Away. I'm just thinking, how much more shall I do? I've done quite a few. Let me see, how many have I done? 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13 songs. I'm going to stay in New York. Sylvie, are you still there? Are you still there, Sylvia? Let me know if you're still there. Are you still there? If you're not still there, then I'll do into something else. But if you are there, this one will be for you. Sylvie, are you still there? Anyone that's there, let me know. Okay. Right. Well, I'm probably going to destroy this song then. This is a song that by a guy who I love his music. I've been watching him every week. It seems like forever, but in a good way. Every Thursday, live from New York, from the Bowery Electric, Mr. Jesse Malin. I love, and the band. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. In that song, The Night Sandy Came to Town, there's the recording's going to feature piano by somebody. Not going to say anything. Say no more. Just call me a bandit or something. Yes, Agata's tuned in. She loves this guy's music. She loves him more than I do. In fact, she's his biggest fan. This is Brooklyn. As I said, it's really difficult to sing, so bear with me. I'm just going to play it how I normally did it. I did start. Anyway. The last car on the line. I guess you're back during time. The ghosts of Christmas past left Walt Whitman in the trash. It started out as nothing but lonely days. We used to like the sad songs of doom and gloom. We started out with nothing but throwaways. You couldn't live with me, so you moved to Brooklyn. Brooklyn. Artificial desserts. Some had cars, some had kids. Hit the path mark after work. Some never been past the bridge. It started out as nothing but lonely days. You used to love the songs of doom and gloom. You started out with nothing but throwaways. You couldn't live with me, so you moved to Brooklyn. Brooklyn. I sometimes lie awake to some No more couches to surf, only beaches in your dreams. No more trannies near work, it's still a drag walking in Queens. So blood money in the bank. Sometimes people find the nerve, like the soldiers down, they find down in DC. If I could only find the word, it started out with nothing but lonely days. It used to like the sad songs with doom and gloom. It started out with nothing but wrong ways. You couldn't live with me, so you moved to Brooklyn. 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 God, that is so hard to sing. It's unbelievable. Jesse, you swine. But I do love that song, so I apologize if I've just murdered it. Yeah, it's really hard to sing. I had no idea it was so difficult to sing. I find it really difficult with my voice. But there you go. Monty, how are you? Ladies and gentlemen, check out Malcolm Carlo on SoundCloud or Facebook. You will not be disappointed. He's great. He has a song called Primrose, which is also going to be on the What Colour Is Sound compilation that Michael Plater's putting out. But he also has a new song out called Faces. And if you tune into my radio show on hardrockhellradio.com on Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock UK time, I'll be playing it this Wednesday. Right, setlist time. So that was Brooklyn by Jesse Malin. Okay. I have a choice. I can either do one of mine or I can do a cover of a friend of mine's song. Again, a friend of mine who's sadly no longer with us, but he wrote the most beautiful song. So I've just answered myself. I'm going to sing it. It's a song by a friend of mine called Mick Lynes. Yeah, I'm gonna. It's called Oxygen, and if you look on my SoundCloud page, it's on there. But this is a song by a friend of mine called Mick, and it goes like this. By the way, yeah, I mean, I played this at his memorial gig. We organised, a friend of mine, Pete Kosanovich, organised a memorial gig for Mick when he passed away 3 years ago. He passed away in April, and a memorial gig was held on his birthday in September. But this song is so beautiful. It was my favourite song of his when I used to see him play. I knew Mick for a long time. And so I decided to do a cover of it. I played this at his memorial, but recently, this year, I've revisited it. So this is called Oxygen. And if you go to my SoundCloud page, in the information, there's a link to Mick's Reverb Nation page, so you can actually hear the original. This is going to be on my next album I record. I'm going to record it. But it goes like this. No, it doesn't. It goes like this. Take me as you find me. 'cause I can be all you want me to be. I'm lonely, that I won't be such refined company. Oh baby, sweet baby, you know I love you completely. Well, here I am, and there you are, and you're angry, and I know that it's true, but try to see that I want to be reaching out. Only you, oh baby, sweet baby, you know I love you completely. I'm coming up, yeah, I'm coming up, yeah, I'm coming up for some oxygen. 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 'Cause I gotta breathe something. Well, take my hand and understand. Try to see that I am just a man who loves you so. So please don't make me go into lost and find me. Oh baby, sweet baby, you know I love you completely. But I'm coming up, yeah, I'm coming up, yeah, I'm coming up for some oxygen. 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 Because I gotta breathe. Yeah, I gotta breathe. Yeah, I gotta breathe something. I love that song. It's a beautiful song. I'm so glad Mick wrote it. And I just want to honor his memory by doing it. I'm going to play 3 last songs and then I'm going to call it a day. I mean, I've already been on for a long time, so I don't want to stretch people's patience. I mentioned at the beginning of the show that I've got 4 releases coming out this month. This is another one. Guess what? It's Christmas time, isn't it? Yeah. It's Christmas time. Is it too early for a Christmas song? Is it too early for a Christmas song? Some of you may know that I have a rather unruly cousin from Alabama by the name of Joe, aka Country Joe Renegade. And it's a long story about why he's here in this country, but believe you me, it's a tale of woe. And he was feeling very upset and lonesome, so he wrote a song, a Christmas song. It's called Soon Be Christmas Time, and I'm going to do it for you. So here we go. It goes like this. Well, it'll soon be Christmas time and everybody else will be doing just fine. But I won't be celebrating this year, 'cause I'm so far from home and I'm all alone, and my loved ones are so far from here. I had to leave town so goddamn fast because all the angry fathers wanted my ass, and they called the sausages for me. Lots of girls in the family way, and they all said that it was me that made them that way. 'Cause there'll be no Christmas for me this year, as I shed myself a little tear, and I'm feeling so goddamn motherfucking sorry for myself. 'Cause it'll soon be Christmas time and everybody else will be doing just fine, but I won't be celebrating this year. That's Country Joe's Christmas song. That is going to be released on a album that's coming out for Rock and Roll Rescue in Camden. When I have more details, I will tell you. Your favorite Christmas song? What's your favorite Christmas song, Katerina? But yeah, that song, there's a compilation album coming out very soon for Rock and Roll Rescue, and Country Joe recorded that song specially for it. It also features Agata's going to be with a poem called The One, which I play on guitar. And also another song that I've got coming out this month, I believe. It's an album that's going to be called Hatful for Holloway, and it's basically, there's a venue in Holloway Road called the Lamb. It's run by a friend of mine called Aid, and obviously what's been going on this year, they were doing okay and they've been trying to keep things going, but they've kind of run into a bit of financial difficulty. So there's a crowdfunder that's going on, there's t-shirts being designed, and one of my friends is putting together an album, and he asked people to submit songs for it to raise money for the venue. If you go to my Facebook pages, you will see there's a link there to the Save the Lamb fundraiser on Crowd Fundraiser. I will post it again later, but I was asked to do a song, and they're all going to be cover versions. So I've went into the studio the same day that I recorded Soon Be Christmas Time. I also recorded this next song. So this next song, this is one of my two favorite songs by Hank Williams. Ramblin Man. Well, I can settle down and be doing just fine till I hear that old train coming down the line. When I hear the whistle blow, I hurry home to pack. And if I didn't go, I might just go my stack. I love you, baby, but you gotta understand, when the Lord God made me, He made a rambling man. Some folks to say that I'm no good, that I couldn't settle down, even if I could. But when that old road starts calling me, then there's something over here that I gotta see. Sometimes it's hard, but you gotta understand. When the Lord God made me, He made a rambling man. I love to see the towns passing by as I ride these old rails beneath God's blue sky. I love to travel the land from the mountains to the sea, 'cause that's the life I believe that He made for me. And when I'm dead and alone and at my grave you stand, just know that the Lord God called home His rambling man. Well, I absolutely love Hank Williams, so it was my pleasure to record that. And originally, I'd set the beat per minute. I'd set out it was going to be 110, and then I thought I'm going to check what the original beat per minute was. I normally play the songs faster, and it turned out it was 104 beats a minute, so it was only 6 beats out from what I was going to do anyway. So what I ended up doing was recording it at the original beat per minute tempo of the original. So it'll be coming out, I'm not quite sure when, but at some point. I have the recording, which reminds me, so Wednesday, hardrockhellradio.com on Wednesday at 9 o'clock, I'll be doing my radio show. Also, I forgot to mention the 19th of December, myself and Monty, Malcolm Carlo, we're doing a gig at the Bird's Nest in Deptford. We're playing live. We've shared the stage many times before, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him again, and Lorraine, and really looking forward to that. This is going to be the last song of the night. I can't believe I've done 2 hours. I said I wasn't going to do as long. I've done 2 hours, and I've done I don't know how many songs. Too much talking as well. But this song is the last song of the night. By the way, if you want me to do another one, let me know. If you want me to think I should do any more, because I used to do them every week, and I wasn't intending on doing that. But I enjoyed this tonight. But if anyone wants me to do another one, just put it in the comments or on my Facebook page. Let me know if you want me to do another one. This one is the last song of the night. It's also the last song on my album, and this isn't quite finished yet. I just need a piano part to be put on it, and then it will be finished. And it's called Shipwrecks, just you and I. And I'd just like to say thank you to everybody for tuning in today. It's been great. I've really enjoyed this. Missed it. And as I said, if anyone wants me to do it again, put it in the comments. Subscribe as well. If anyone could subscribe to my channel, because I want to be a subscription whore, but yeah, this one's called Shipwrecks. So this goes out to everybody tuned in. Thank you. And it goes like this. just like ships that pass in the night. We just float on by. We don't even turn around or stop to ask ourselves why. Ask ourselves why. Just you and I. Ask ourselves why. Just you and I. A shipwrecks in the night. Shipwrecks in the night. We're all islands out there, just floating along on our own. So wrapped up in ourselves, so far from home, far from home. Just you and I, far from home. Just you and I, the shipwrecks in the night. Shipwrecks in the night. Life is something that just happens when you're busy making plans. Does anyone even stop to ask themselves why? Or is it easier just to float on by? Just you and I, float on by. Just you and I, the shipwrecks in the night. Shipwrecks in the night. What's it all about? Does anyone even really know? Maybe one day I'll get tired and stop asking myself why. Ask myself why. Just you and I. Ask myself why. Just you and I. The shipwrecks in the night. Shipwrecks in the night. Now it's all over, and the lights that's gone out. The performance is over, and it's time to find our way back home. Just you and I, find our way back home. Just you and I, the shipwrecks in the night. Shipwrecks in the night. Shipwrecks in the night. Like shipwrecks in the night. Thank you very much. I've really enjoyed this. Yes, let me know. Thanks, guys, and I will see you soon. Take care. And don't forget, radio show Wednesday, 9 o'clock, hardrockhellradio.com, and lots of stuff on there. Take care. See you later.